Hey, it's Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. Welcome to the show. Today I'm looking at all the comics I picked up at the comic book shop. Picked up some new issues, got a free comic as well at the register, this classic X Factor Annual number 7 from 1992 with this Joe Quesada artwork in here. This was really cool to find. Got it for free again. Love these classic X-Men issues. Pretty sure this is one I don't have before. Just some great 90s stuff in here. Love this X Factor team. They're battling Spiral from Mojo World here. So that was cool, free find. Obviously, the thing I'm most excited about is the Batman #1 blind bag as I got here. Also picked up Spider-Man, the continuation from the animated series, issue #1 that just came out here. I got this Ron Lim variant cover. This is an homage to his Spider-Man Unlimited #1 cover from the Maximum Carnage era, where he's got Carnage in this pose that Venom is in here. And I love this animated series Venom, where he's got the red and the blue shading on him no matter where he goes. Really cool cover, really liked that. And Deadpool Wolverine #8 and Martian Manhunter #6, Absolute Martian Manhunter #6. These both actually came out last week. I forgot to pick them up. Thankfully, I was able to get them this week. They're both series that I've been collecting every issue since they started, and I've done reviews of all these issues so far in both of these series, so go check those out. I have not flipped through any of these books yet, and obviously I have not even opened this blind bag yet at all, so I have no idea what I'm going to get here. I think I'm going to save the blind bag for last and just kind of flip through these other books a little bit, just kind of check out some of the artwork and stuff in here. This Spider-Man #1, I like the cover again, and it's got this like homage as well to the Fox Kids logo too. I like that. There's been some controversy about some of these interior pages as well. Jim Toe is the artist here. I really only know his stuff kind of from, I think he did some Youngblood. And that's really most what I'm familiar with his artwork before. But as I was saying, there's been a bit of a controversy about how he draws Peter Parker in some of these panels here. Not exactly looking extremely confident, maybe in some of these panels, and as we get to them here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about if you haven't already seen some of these panels, because they released them a few months ago. I did a short on them too. It's pretty much just like these two pages here where Peter's face looks pretty weird. Mary Jane's got a pretty derpy face there as well. Maybe not some of the best stuff Jim Toe's ever done. We got Spider-Man battling the Molten Man here in these pages. I think I saw Vermin earlier as well, so it looks like there's all sorts of different Spider-Man villains showing up here that weren't in the original animated series, including we got Kane here, who, if you know the comics, he's a clone of Peter Parker. And there's some more really strange, derpy looking faces. So we got Kane battling Spider-Man here in these pages. That's cool that we get a nice big battle here in these pages and not just an appearance on the very last page and a whole bunch of talking. We get a lot of battling here, a lot of fighting. Punches and kicks, that's why I like in comics. He mentioned Morlun, who I believe is the main bad guy of this series. Here he is there. He's going to be the main bad guy. He's talking about he can easily grow another Kane. So we get a letter here. It says from DK. I guess that's Danny Kazim. He's the editor here. He says, we're just getting started though. If you thought you knew who Ezekiel Sims, Moreland, and Kane were, think again. Just like the original Spider-Man 94, you can't always expect where the story is going based on comics. Heck, the Hobgoblin came before the Green Goblin on the show. How wild was that? So that's interesting. They could definitely be doing totally different storylines here in this series. Doesn't have to have anything to do with the main Spider-Man continuity, so I like that. And as he said in that little letter there that Hobgoblin came before Green Goblin, all sorts of things were different in this Spider-Man cartoon. There wasn't even a Sinister Six. They were called the Insidious Six. So we got Deadpool Wolverine number 8 here. We got Ben Percy doing the writing. Joshua Cassera is on art. This is a $3.99 book. And Joshua Cassera's on the cover there. There's this mutant named Legacy who showed up a couple issues back in this series, and I kind of just assumed he was just some obscure X-Men character I couldn't remember or had never come across before, but actually he's a new character for this series, so that was his first appearance. And Strife's putting together his own 4 Horsemen here in this series, trying to use Wolverine as one of them. These are some really cool looking pages here. Looks like kind of similar to this Spider-Man plot, just from first glance. We've got Moreland creating little baby Spider-Men here. And here we've got Strife creating little baby X-Men. And the main thing about this series that I'm curious about is how it's connecting to the main X-Men comic books, because when this series started, it definitely was connected to the main X-Men comics. It seemed to just be kind of coming straight out of X-Men and Wolverine, the previous series that had been out. But now that the X-Men Age of Revelation is happening, none of that seems to be tying into anything that's happening here in this series. And there's even kind of some similar storylines going on involving this Legacy 2.0 virus that Strife's created. And over in the Age of Revelation, they've got something called the X virus. Very generic name, but this is a cool page. I really like the pencil work here and the shading on this page here. And then they've got this director, Talon, who's the director of the ONE. They're trying to stop and enslave mutants and control them. And she's captured Maverick and Deadpool, and she's controlling them while Strife's controlling Wolverine here. So, again, here's some more really cool pages. I like how there's like no text here at all. They're just in one panel. They've done that a few times in this series, but it works really well. I love Joshua Cassera's artwork in here. Just absolutely killing it in this book. This has consistently been one of my favorite Marvel books. I look forward to it every single month. That's an awesome page there. Looks like Strife's creating some monster Wolverine amalgamation here. There's the cover to the next issue with Apocalypse, Deadpool, and Wolverine. So this looks like a cool issue. Go check out my reviews. I've done reviews of all those issues up to that point. I got Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6 here. This was $4.99. Dennis Camp is the writer. Javier Rodriguez has done the artwork on every single issue, as well as Dennis Camp writing. This is a really subversive comic, definitely not like superhero oriented. As you can see, the artwork is very like old school, like flat colors. It's got kind of maybe an indie comic style feel to it for sure. I think you definitely have to have done a lot of drugs to really appreciate this comic book, because it's pretty trippy. It's really out there. But I love all the conceptual ideas and all these pages. And we're just following this John Jones character. He's basically just losing his mind here while slowly putting together the pieces of what's actually going on around him. And there's this white Martian alien who's attacking the city here. Again, just some cool conceptual stuff. It says, message to my fellow Martians: to activate your Martian vision, please take page 19 of the comic in your hands and hold it up to the light. Use a lamp, a reading light, or the sun itself. It's up to you. See the diagram for results. They had a page like this in one of the previous issues as well. So that's really cool. Let me see if I can do this here. See if you guys can see it at all. Can I hold that up to the light? Can you see that? There it is. Yeah, you can. That's cool. So go check out this Absolute Martian Manhunter. I definitely recommend it. Also, I noticed about these Absolute books, they shifted all the ads to the end of these books. So when you're reading it, there's no ads throughout the middle. There might be like one, but I don't think there's any here throughout any of these pages. So that's really cool. Makes it feel more like an indie comic too. So I really appreciate that. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 6. Really nice cover there too, with all these buildings flying around. Really like that. All right, time for the main event here. This is what you're all here for. The Batman Blind Bag, Polybag Special Edition. Long live the Bat. I love that blind as a bat. That's a good touch, kind of clever. So the way this was $9.99, it says each bag includes one randomly inserted foil variant cover by a superstar artist. So again, there's a whole bunch of different covers here. I have no idea which one this is, so let's open it up and see. I've seen, this is kind of all the rage on comic book TikTok and Twitter today. Everyone's doing these, opening all these up. So excited about this. Let's see what I was able to get. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Got my thumbprint on there already, but this is awesome. This is by David Aja. So he's not an artist I'm really too familiar with, but this is a great cover. I love the simplicity of it. Just the solid black for the city silhouette here. And a really simple looking Batman. Cool cover. I love the silver shine off of it too. And like the zipatone color too on parts of it, on the cape there and on the shading of the buildings there. Really nice. I'm really glad this was one I got. Had no idea what some of these covers even were. That's one I've never seen before, so that's really cool. So we got Batman number 1. This is the brand new Batman. It's Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez doing the artwork, so a really great creative team here. I've already seen some fellow comic book YouTubers saying how this is a really great Batman comic, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. That's a solid Batman drawing right there. I like the lighter shade, excuse me, of blue as well on his costume here. And just the giant black bat symbol on his chest without any yellow. I saw in an interview somewhere, I can't remember where, I think it might have been comicbook.com or somewhere, with Matt Fraction saying he's going to be doing what he didn't get to do in his Hawkeye book here in this Batman book. So, and you could definitely draw some parallels between Hawkeye and Batman. And I never read Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run though, so although I have heard other people say great things about it, so that gives me high hopes for this Batman book. It's only been rebooted back to number 1. There's only been 4 Batman number 1, so it's been rebooted 3 times back to number 1. Got Robin here on the last page. That's a cool drawing of Batman as well. Post-fight. I like this logo, this Batman logo too, that they're using for this series. Probably the best Batman logo that they've ever had, to be honest with you. I think they've had some pretty poor ones. This one specifically, I really disliked. Just doesn't line up or work at all. But I really like this one, just with the lettering inside the Bat logo. Looks really clean. I really like it. So this is Batman #1. The main cover here, if you just pick this one up, it's $4.99. So these blind bags are $9.99. And I'm really happy with what I got here. So hopefully turning me on to an artist I'm not too familiar with as well. So that's cool. Well, thanks again for watching. See you guys on the next one. Go read comics.